we have the next operators here? Conditional operators, bitwise operators, and special operators we have. Okay, let's see. So next we have the sixth one is the conditional operator. Sixth one we have conditional operator. Sixth one we have conditional operator, right? So here, what is condition? What is condition? How we are working with this condition operator? Right, your condition operators we have like question mark and colon. Here we have the condition operators is like question mark and colon, right? So we can call this conditional operator is also ternary operator. Here we can call this conditional operator is also ternary. Okay, ternary operator. We can call this is the ternary operators. Means here the value expression 1 is evaluated first. Like this here we are performing in the 3 types. Okay, so that's what here we are calling this one is the ternary operator. Okay, in the increment and decrement, that is performing in the increasing value by 1 and decreasing the value by 1. That's what here we are calling, that is the unary operator. Your conditional operator is performing the 3 expressions. It is evaluating the 3 expressions. That's what here we are calling this one is the ternary operator. Okay, and here it is having the, by using these conditional operators, we can perform the total 3 arguments, or else here we can perform the 3 expressions. Okay, we are performing the 3 types of expressions, or else we are performing the 3 types of arguments by using the our conditional operator. Okay, so we have the syntax for the conditional operator. Okay, right? So your syntax for the conditional operator is expression 1 and here we have the 2 operators for the conditional operator, right? One is question mark and second one is the colon, right? So here expression 1, after you have to be give the expression 2. After that you have to be give the expression 2. And next here we have the, so next here we have the colon. And after that you have to be give the expression 3. Okay, so your conditional operator is having the 3 expressions with the form of using operators is like question mark and colon. Question mark and colon, right? Expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3. Here we can call this conditional operator is also ternary operator. Okay, syntax will be like this for this, right? Okay, so here what is expression 1 means here how these expressions are working. Yes, we have the expressions. Okay, how these expressions, each and every expression, how it works when we are doing the programs, that is the question here. Okay, right? So when we are executing the conditional operator expression 1, what we have your expression 1. When we are executing the expression 1, okay, so first of all we are executing this operation. If this expression 1 is true, suppose if this expression 1 is true, it is displaying the expression 2. It is displaying the expression 2. Or else expression 1 is the false, directly it will be goes to the expression 3. Okay, if expression 1 is true, if expression 1 is true, it is displaying the expression 2. If expression 1 is false, directly it will be displays the our expression 3. Expression 3. So or else here I am writing, if expression 1 is true, it is displaying the expression 2. If expression 1 is false, if expression 1 is false, it is displaying the expression 3. If the expression 1 is true, it is displaying the expression 2. If the expression 1 is false, it is displaying the expression 3. Once you understand this one, there is no problem, or else you can understand by the program. So we have the easy programs for this. So by seeing that output, yes, definitely we'll understand these expressions. Okay, so if the expression is 1 is true, it is performing the expression 2, or else if it is directly false, means here it is going to the expression 3. Whatever we have in the expression 1, expression 2, expression 3, so that will be displayed on the output. I will show you one example program, you will understand that one, right? And next here, so your operator, bitwise operator. Okay, so what is bitwise operator? What is bitwise operator? Your bitwise operator is performing similar to our logical operators, but in this we don't have the binary bits. Yes, it is similar to the logical operator, but it is not having the, means here these operators is except that they work with the binary bits. It is not using the true or false, or else only 1 or 0, like this. It is taking the binary bits format. Your bitwise operator is taking the binary format. Binary bits format. It is taking the binary bits format. One bitwise operators are used with the variables, and it is automatically converted into the binary numbers. Okay, when you are performing with the bitwise operators with the variables, those variables are converted to like binary numbers. Those are converted to binary numbers. Okay, so here our C language is supporting the bitwise operators, and the lowest logical element in the memory is bit. Lowest logical element in the memory is bit format. Okay. Your C language can allow the programmer to interact directly with the hardware of a particular system, by which it is performing, it is directly communicating with our hardware. Here, by using the bitwise operator here, bitwise operator and the expressions here, we are communicating the directly performance to our hardware. Okay, our hardware. And next here, these operators will work with the int and character data type. Okay, here it is just performing the int and character data type. It is not performing with the float and double data types. It is performing with the int and character data types, and it is not performing with the float and double data types. Float and double data types. And we have bitwise operators that can be classified into several types. So let's see what we have the bitwise operators. Okay, first one, and. So your bitwise operator is also like logical operator, right? So here we have the and. In the logical operators we have the 2 ands, but in the bitwise operator we have the only 1 and. We can call this one is the bitwise and. We can call this one is the bitwise and. Okay. Suppose if you are writing this one in the variables, you can place A and B. A and B. You can write like this. Next. So how it will be displays the values? How it will be displays the values? So means here it is taking the binary value. Suppose your A and B, whatever you are giving the value, that is performing 0, 0, triple zeros and 1, 0. So that is whatever you given into the A and B value. So by that here you are giving the our digits format. And next here we have OR. Next here we have OR. Okay. Next here we have OR. We can call this one is the bitwise OR. We can call this one is the bitwise OR. Okay. So we can place this one like this. And again we have 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0, 1, 1, 0. Just I am taking the binary digits and that's it. Okay, so whatever we given into A and B, so that is performed here. Just here I am taking directly values. And next here we have the exclusive OR. So this exclusive OR will be displayed on the cap. Exclusive OR. We can call this is the bitwise exclusive OR. Okay, A, B. Right? And next here we can write this is 0, 0, 0 and 0. Again 0, 1, 0. So here bitwise exclusive OR. And next we have, so normally we are calling this one is the, in the relational operator, less than. Right? But in the bitwise operator, we are calling this one is the shift left. Shift left. Or else we can call left shift. Okay? Bitwise left shift. We can call this one is the bitwise left shift. A less than B. But here we can call A left shift with the B. We can call A left shift with the B. Okay, right? And we can place this one. Right here we can place this one like this. And next here we have like this. So we can call this one is the right shift. Bitwise right shift. We can call bitwise right shift. Okay. A right shift with the B. A right shift with the B. Okay. And next here we have at last one. Ones complement. We can call this one is the ones complement. We can call this one is the ones complement. Okay. A means your opposite. Whatever you are giving the A value, so that is converted into 0. If you are giving the 0, that is going to the 1. If you are giving the 1, that is going to 0. Like that. It is displaying the opposite. Like this. Like this you can take. Okay. So here we have the bitwise operators and or exclusive or left shift, right shift, and at last we have ones complement. At last what we have here? Ones complement. So this is the our bitwise operator. Okay, so whatever you are performing like this, you have to be right. So for the bitwise operator, at present we don't have any program. Okay, so next we will go with the our special operators. Next we will go with the our special operators. Eighth one we have special operators. Okay, so what we have the special operators. Special means you're comparing to the all the operators. It will be special to the our programmatic. Okay, so what we have the special operators. We have the special operators in 3 types. One is comma operator. One is comma operator. Second one is size of operator. Size of operator. Third one is the member selection operators. Third one is the member selection operator. Third one, member selection operator. Okay, so totally we have the three operators: comma operators, size of operators, member selection operators. Okay, so by using these three, we are performing our special case operators. So let's discuss first one, comma operator. Okay, first one, comma operator. Okay, so a comma operator can be performed with the comma. So normally means you are giving, right, after the when you are giving the variables, in between we are placing the some commas. Suppose you are giving the a comma b, means here you are giving the a comma b. In between we are giving the our comma operator, right? So a comma operator is separated local or global variables. So local means here inside of the main method. Global means here outside of the main method. Okay, it is performing the, your comma operator can be performing the inside of the program or outside of the program. We can call like local or global variables. Okay, you are taking the a comma b, c, d like this. Okay, so see, in the previous program we took a is equals to 20, a is equals to 10, b is equals to 20 and big. In between we are giving the comma, right? This is a comma operator. In between we are giving the comma. After that you have to be place the another value. For that here we are giving the comma operator. Okay, let's see. Here comma operator is taking the some arguments, and those arguments are executed them from left to right. Here this comma operator is taking the arguments. Okay, so your whatever it took the arguments, so that can be that can be performed to left to right. That can be performed like left to right. Whatever we have the arguments, that can be performed like a left to right. Okay, left to right. So suppose you can take for example for the comma operator a comma b comma c. A comma b comma c, or else you can take this one is expression 1 comma expression 2 also, or else expression 1 comma expression 2 also. Okay, you can give the semicolon. Okay, so here mostly we are giving the priority, this comma operator mostly we are giving the priority to local and local or global variables. What it is giving? Local or global variables. And next here mostly we are giving the this separated by the operator included within parentheses like this, whatever it may be. So we are using this one into our expressions. It may be local or it may be global. Any variable it is performing the our comma operator. Okay, and next here what we have? Size of operator. Next we have the size of operator. So next to go with the size of operator. Second one, right? So next to go with the size of operator. Second one, size of operator. So what is size of operator? What is size of operator? Your size of operator is performing the bytes of operand. Here it is performing the bytes of operand. So your bytes of operand means here whatever we have the operands A, B, C like this we have, right? So that is taken. So means here that is those are also variables only. Whatever we have operands, for that use our operator is taking the bytes, how much space it is occupying. Like this here it is taking the our operands with the bytes. Means here it may be our operand may be variable. Okay, so our operand may be variable, or else here our operand is constant, or else here our operand is the data type. Okay, so operator will be variables or constants or data types, anything so that can be defined on the bytes. So when you are taking the size of operator, so we need the size for the variable or constant, any data type, right? So we have the size for the data type, like suppose you are taking the int means here it is having the 2 bytes or 4 bytes of memory. So like this here, whatever you are taking, so that can be displayed on the bytes format in the size of operator. And next here, we can write the syntax for this size of, okay, size of operand, size of operand. Okay, next here we have the third one, member selection operators. Third one we have member selection operators. Third one what we have here, member selection operators. Okay, so this member selection operator is performing, means here it is used to access the our members of structures and the unions. It is performing the our structures and unions. Here it is performing the structures and the unions. Whatever we have, it is performing the structures and unions. Okay, so we have the structures and the unions topic. I will discuss whenever we have these topics. So we can call this is the member selection operators, and it is having the two types of operators. This member selection operator is having the two types of operators, that is dot. We can call this is the dot. And next here we have this symbol. So we can call this is the arrow operator. Arrow operator. We can call this is the arrow operator. Your member selection operator can be performed with the structures and the unions. It is having the dot operator and the arrow operator. It is having the dot operator and arrow operator. So let's see the syntax for the member selection operator. Syntax. Expression 1, member section operator. Expression 2, operator. Expression 2. Expression 1, member section or else member selection operator. Expression 2. Okay, so these are the our operators. These are the our total operators. What we have the operators here totally? We have the 8 types of operators: arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, assignment operator, increment and decrement operator, and conditional operator, bitwise operator, special operators. Okay, so in the arithmetic operators, what we have? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus division. Okay, so we have like this in the arithmetic operator. And next what we have? Relational operators. In those relational operators we have less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, equal to, not equal to. And next we have the logical operators. These logical operators can be performed like truth table. Okay, so it is having the AND operator, OR operator, NOT operator. Okay, and next we have the assignment operator. This assignment operator can be occupies like equal to. Okay, and next we have the increment and decrement operator. This increment and decrement operator is taking the plus by value and minus by value. And we have a conditional operator. This conditional operator is taking the question mark with the colon. Means here it is taking the expression values. Expression 1, expression 2, expression 3. In between we are giving the question mark and colon. And next we have the bitwise operators. Next we have the bitwise operators. This bitwise operator is having the AND, or, ones complement, exclusive, or, left shift, right shift. And at last we have the special operators. This special operator is having the comma operator, size of operator, member selection operator, like this. Okay, we have the three operators in the special operators. Okay, right, this is the our operators topic. So whatever it may be, if you need any programs, you can write for anything. So these special operators are coming in every programming. We are writing the comma, dots, and variables or anything we are writing in the every operators. Okay, so bitwise operator, whatever you are taking the operators, that is directly displaying the our bytes values only. It is not taking any other, it is displaying the our bytes values only.